Hi, everybody. How do I sound? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me see how everyone is doing. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes, please. Let's get these likes up. Thank you, Didi. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Now, it says I have 0 people in the chat. Is that real? I feel like I have more than 0. Hey, everybody. Mm-mm-mm. You guys, I am on cough drops. How come it says that? Is everybody here? All right. Now it's updating. Okay. Thank you. Everybody come through, guys. Notifications go out. Hold up, y'all. How do I sound? Do I sound better? A little bit? Take it easy today. Hey, Nebby. Hey, Jen. Hey, Wim. Hey, Kraken. Hey, Oki. How are you? Nebulous, Dee, everybody. Hi, allegedly. How are you? Micah, how you doing? Official. Do I sound better? I feel a little bit better. I'm still like, clearing up my sinuses, but it's a little bit better now. Hey, Dizzy. Hey, everybody. I was filming and then I realized I was on mute. So I was filming for like 20 minutes and that pissed me off really bad. Hey, unapologetically me. How are you? Hey, Serenity. Hey, just do it. How's everybody doing? Hey, Pam. I sound a little bit better. I definitely feel a little bit better. Welcome. I'm giving the people some time to get in here. Yes, Micah. I always try to. I mean, I know I get a lot of people sometimes, so I can't always say hello to everybody, but I do my best, especially my members. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Dawn. How's everybody doing? I feel a little bit better. I've cleared out most of my sinuses, but I do feel a little bit better. I was filming, and then I'm kind of mad though because Sylvia, how am I supposed to drink my iced coffee without ice? Like, you're killing me, Sylvia. I know. It's not a lot of ice, but how am I supposed to do that? I don't drink hot coffee. I hate that. That hot coffee makes me sick. It really does. Okay. Thank you. Wellness shot, ginger, and then lemon with cayenne pepper and a spoon of apple vinegar. All right. I'm getting there. I promise y'all. Hey, Elsa, how are you? Um, I was recording. Okay. I haven't quite yet. I'm still there. I just haven't been able to hit the link and do all that. I have not given up on Facebook. I'm still on Facebook. I'm still on Twitter too. I just haven't been streaming on both platforms. I just been busy, but I definitely got to get at it. Um, hey Ingrid, how are you? Thank you. Hey Belen, how are you, love? They just do it. What was I going to tell you guys? Oh, I was recording. And while I was recording, I went on mute. So I was recording for like 20 minutes. You know how mad I was after that, especially because my voice is very limited. So yeah, that sucks for me. So I had to like delete the recording. I got to re-record for like another couple minutes. Wim has been a member for oh my God, Wim, 2 years. I was forced via mind control. Shout out to Wim. Wim, you've been a member for 2 years. Oh my God, Wim. And Wim is awake, you guys. Shout out to Wim. Do a poll for what? Before I go, a poll of what? Let me know. I'm just letting the people get in here because we got some stuff to review. How's everybody doing, by the way? How are you guys doing? Did you guys survive the Black Friday situation? Welcome. Hey, Miss Janie's has been a member for 8 months. Hey, Miss Janie, how you doing? Thank you so much for supporting my channel for so long. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my God. And then Wim just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Wim. You guys, if you guys have been gifted, put a heart in the chat. Please and thank you. Let's see if I can get these reactions going. Thank you, Wim. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, baby girl. You didn't shop? I mean, ugh. Hey, Julia, how are you, love? It was crazy yesterday. I went to bed and then I had to go to the store. But if I could avoid it, I'm gonna avoid it. So it was kind of hard not to go to the store yesterday, but I had to go do stuff. Let's see. Just got home from work. Okay, shout out to you. Nebby's in the house. All right. Just 360. Welcome. I see everybody. You said do a poll about anything. I love polls. I'll do a poll later, maybe. But not right now. Shout out to you though. Put my stuff away, y'all. Hey Vic, how are you? Shout out to Vic in the chat. Um, we got some stuff to get into, you guys, and I'm gonna take my time. I'm not rushing this. Hope you guys aren't rushing it as well. We just gonna do what we do. Take it slow. If I have to blow my nose, I'm gonna get off camera and blow my nose, of course, and do what I have to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kraken, shout out to Kraken. You wish it was Friday again? Why? What's Friday? I mean, it's just crazy. You waiting for the movies? Oh, Moana 2 and Wicked? So I heard about Moana 2. I know my people want to see it too. Is it supposed to be better, I guess? And I don't know, is The Rock gonna be appearing on it too? I'm kind of wondering. Um honestly, the sales after the holidays is where is at. Got a 65-inch for 300. Mark TV up to 800 Black Friday. Not worth it. After the holidays is when people need to go to sales, not during. But people go, they do what they got to do. Really, I haven't been in a theater for a long time. Actually, a couple months ago, I did go to the theater this year, but I don't go to the theaters a lot anymore. Thanks to Sylvia, we have 8 boxes. Thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate it. Which I might have to use every once in a while. Look, I'm there. Shout out to us. The Rock is in it behind the scenes. Okay. All right. Well, y'all let me know what you guys think. You guys have to tell me how it is. Okay, hold up, y'all. Hold up. I told you guys I was going to be in and out of the camera. Hey, Sharon, thank you for becoming a member. All right, let's get started. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all ready? Let's go. We got so much to get into. Did y'all know that they swatted the Terminator? Did y'all hear about that? It's crazy. I thought this was a joke, but I guess it's not. So Arnold, unexpected guest on Thanksgiving, swatted after bomb tip. So unexpectedly, the Terminator got swatted. Now, was that like a joke or what happened? I don't know. What do y'all think about that? It, I'm just wondering, like, they send a bomb tip to his house and he's cutting the turkey, I'm assuming. So Arnold hosted some law enforcement personnel on Thanksgiving, though he wasn't expecting when they started. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ. Now, TMZ has law enforcement sources. The LAPD responded to a call that a bomb had been placed in the actor turned politician mailbox at his LA area home. We're told cops rushed to the home and searched the mailbox in surrounded areas, but did not find an explosive device. Our sources say officers spoke with Arnold's security team and were told they explained it would be virtually impossible to plant a bomb at the home, given that the star has a round the clock security and surveillance video. Oh my goodness. Swatting is dangerous. They swat the governor. Oh my God. Hold up, y'all. Oh my God. They swatted the governor. I don't know why that made me laugh because it's stupid, but it's funny, mother beckons. Oh my God. Thank you. Just time to hit that like button. Thank you. Yo, I mean, given that he's a Terminator, yeah, y'all got that? Yes, I think TMZ needs to be investigated. That's for sure. But That's right. It does sound like a scene from True Lies. That was one of my favorite movies for the longest time. Um, they did the same to Jennifer Aniston, Finji. I didn't know that. Huh. But the guy has like round the clock security, you know? So I don't know. What do you make of that? I just thought it was funny. She said that they swatted the governor. Well, I mean, at least it doesn't sound like people were hurt. But by the way, Arnold wasn't at home when all this happened. He was actually at the gym pumping some iron before chowing down. We're told LAPD is treating this as a swatting, but no arrests have been made. Well, who made the tip? That's the question that I have. So, sources close to Arnold tell us they're grateful officers came to the house on the holidays to check the situation. It's been a scary week. So, I guess, was Donald Trump also swatted? So, there were members from, I guess, the cabinet that received bomb threats. Oh my God, y'all, that is too much. I guess that's the thing now, you guys. But I mean, these people can afford security. You know what I mean? Round the clock security. Period. Do you think Liam was going to testify? No, I don't, Allegra. I don't think Liam and I personally don't think that there's any connection, but that's just my thoughts. That's my thoughts. The rap battle and understand the red. I'll have to look into that honestly a little bit more because I don't understand. Like I know that there's a lawsuit and they have been beefing. It's weird. But I'll look into it. K Manzi, I'll look into it. They can afford the FBI to investigate their swattings. That's true. Well, I mean, they're all political too, so keep that in mind. Like, keep in mind, like Arnold is ex-governor at this point, right? So he gets a level of protection. Yes, thank you. BJ did break that down. It's a bunch of bots. Thank you. I know. I'm glad that I'm friends with the sheriffs in Small Town Advantage. 911 has. I'm a public figure. 911 knows I'm a public figure. Wow, great, good. I mean, it has its advantages, but clearly somebody knew to call a threat. And did they cover their tracks? Are they going to look into it? I have a lot of questions. Anyways, moving forward. So y'all, the governor got a threat. Now that article, I'm sorry, y'all. That person that made that comment made me laugh. Shout out to them. Okay. This is another crazy situation. And here we go as Diddy. Here we have another one. Another one. Hold up, y'all. Gotta blow my nose. One sec. This is too much, honestly. When this story broke, I guess yesterday, I could kill you. Sean Combs accused of threatening to kill a woman and dangling her off the balcony. This broke yesterday. Fashion designer Brianna Bama, is it Bana? Brianna Bana claims the music mogul once called himself the devil and dangled her off Cassie's balcony in 2016. Combs has denied her claims. This is another lawsuit that's coming through, guys. So a woman has sued Sean Diddy Combs for allegedly threatening to kill her and dangled her over a 17-floor balcony, according to court documents obtained by Rolling Stones. He dangled her? Like, dangled her. Hey, Sean. I mean, I don't know how it is that these people get away with this shit and not get caught up. Absolutely. 17 floors is no joke. I don't know how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, nobody called anybody? Nobody? He dangled her. 2016. And this was around the time that he was with Cassie, right? Because 2016 was when that video came out. A woman has sued Sean Diddy Combs. Okay, we read that part. Fashion designer Brianna filed a 17-page lawsuit against Combs this week in Los Angeles for sexual battery, infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment, among other claims. Brianna is seeking $10 million in damages for the lasting emotional distress that she claims she has suffered. Brianna alleged that she witnessed numerous instances of abuse between between Combs and his then girlfriend Cassie before the Bad Boy Entertainment founder allegedly intimidated and threatened her. It all culminated in September of 2016, the night where Combs allegedly dangled her over the side of Ventura's balcony while screaming at her. So this was in Cassie's room? That's crazy. The only purpose of dangling someone over a balcony is to actually kill them or intentionally terrorize them and rob them of the concept of domination uh, over their own bodily autonomy and safety. The lawsuit filed by the attorney. So there's a couple of attorneys. These are not Cassie's attorneys. Miss Brianna refused to allow this fear to control the rest of her life and bring this action and demand that Mr. Combs take responsibility for the trauma he intentionally and maliciously inflicted. Power and money? Right, Erica? I find it very hard to believe that nobody saw that. Right, Katie? Like, what the actual hell? How did nobody see this? That's the question. How did anybody not see this? Epps, you said I remember when Tiffany Red told the story. So there was more witnesses. It took place over Cassie's apartment. So Cassie saw this. You read it too, Sharon? Okay. There's got to be more witnesses to this. Like, how does this happen? There has to be a few people. 17 floors. I mean, even the people on the bottom, unless he owned the fucking apartment building. That's crazy, you guys. All right, let's keep going. So, of course, Diddy is going to deny Combs was currently being held without bail. All right. We know this. After pleading not guilty to sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges, firmly denies Brianna's allegations. Anyone has the right to file a lawsuit regardless of the evidence they may or may not have. It's a legal representative who spoke for Combs. So since last year, Miss Brianna has expressed an intention to sue Mr. Combs, has sought legal representation to pursue her claims. Mr. Combs firmly denies these serious allegations, and remains confident that they will ultimately be proven baseless. I don't know. Proven baseless would be that this shit didn't happen. I'm just having a hard time believing that nobody saw this too. So Brianna described herself as a young, aspiring fashion designer when she became close with Ventura, while the two were both working with popular Los Angeles store Diamond Supply Co. around 2014. So Ventura met Brianna through Combs, whom she believed could offer a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to collaborate with him and his business. Ultimately, it only led to terror and abuse at his hands. I don't know, y'all. Up until 2018, Brianna says that she worked on several projects for Combs and his company, including specialized Bad Boy Entertainment jackets, the 2016 Bad Boy Reunion Tour, album covers, and music videos, and a clothing line with Ventura. But working with Combs did not lead to the career boost that Brianna hoped had hoped for, her lawsuit claimed, but instead forced her to experience violence and abuse firsthand in a professional setting as well. You can't, like, I don't know how you don't have more people speaking on this. I would have pissed my pants too. No shade. You think so? Right, Katie? How did nobody, this is like, this reminds me of New Jack City. Oh. But see, this is like, you guys, like, none of this shit is making sense to me. 17 floors, you got 16, under you. Nobody saw this shit. Nobody called 911 in I'm assuming a really good neighborhood. Nobody said, let me call 911. Let me make sure that, I mean, unless it happened at night. Nobody's screaming. I would be screaming. I just can't wrap my mind around this. I really can't. I can't, y'all. And I'm not saying it in the way of like it didn't happen. It's like, does he really have these people bought out so much so that there's no witnesses? I don't know. That's a great question. Like, these people are just showing up to these parties. Really? Oh, you're going to have to tell me about the interview. If you can email me the link, that'd be great. But just like, this is dangling somebody. So nobody, like, who pulled her back? Did he pull her back? Really? Okay, let me pull it up. Thank you for this. Do you know, Epps, do you know who interviewed her? Was this recent too? This is crazy. Oh shit, here it is. Hold up.
Songwriter and friend of Cassie is speaking out again after Diddy's apology video for assaulting Cassie in 2016. Red claims the person Cassie alleged Diddy hung over a balcony was a woman, not rapper Wale, as rumored. After the video of the 2016 assault surfaced, Diddy apologized, but Red called it insincere, saying he's sorry he got caught. Red is adamant the person Diddy allegedly dangled from a balcony was a female friend of Cassie's, providing new details on the disturbing allegations. Tiffany Red, a songwriter and friend of Cassie, is speaking out again after Diddy's apology video for assaulting Cassie in 2016. Red claims the person Cassie alleged Diddy hung over a balcony was a woman, not rapper Wale, as rumored.
Okay, hold up. I found another. So she's been doing interviews for quite some time. This is just, oh my God.
Now I want to bring in Grammy award-winning songwriter and one of Cassie's close friends, Tiffany Red. She wrote a public letter to Diddy in December of 2023 called Sean Combs Traumatized Me, in order to corroborate the claims Cassie made in her lawsuit against Diddy. Tiffany, thank you for joining us. It is so difficult, so horrific to watch this and wonder what life must have been and may have been like. Can you take us back to that time, Tiffany, and tell us what Diddy was like from your personal observations, what their relationship was like? Is there context you can give?
I mean, I can definitely provide context around like this incident.
This is crazy.
Cassie confided in me about this incident when I was working with her around this time, around 2016. We were working on her sophomore album, and she told me about this situation. Their relationship was volatile for sure. And he, like, you could tell that she was afraid of him, and that there was a lot of control. And sorry, it's witnessing,
what do you feeling?
Well, I mean, the thing is like I said, this is something that Cassie confided in me about back then. And like the one thing specifically that always stuck out to me about the story was him throwing the vase at her. And to see it, like I remember her saying, I remember it being at the Intercontinental. I remember that like the whole situation. But to like know a story is one thing, but to see it is something different. And then also to see
Yeah.
it, somebody that you care about, like, you know, it's that a video of my friend getting violently assaulted is all over the world. And
And keep in mind too, like when the court documents, when they were trying to get Diddy out for bail, right? Talking about, well, he wasn't throwing a vase at her, he was throwing flowers at her. I'm like, you guys, like, we all saw this video. The video's still up and available for people to watch. That man was throwing a vase at her that had flowers in it. Doesn't like I couldn't understand that piece.
no one was there to help her. And it just, I don't know, it makes me really sad.
I mean, Tiffany, excuse my voice, but to hear and your description of it, I mean, a lot of this is detailed in her lawsuit. He is denying, by the way, excuse my voice, he is denying all the allegations against him from that suit. But now we're watching this video in real time now. Is this vindication for Cassie, do you think? Or, I mean, I can only imagine the trauma of having the world now having seen what she endured.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that it validates what was in the lawsuit. It validates what she said happened. And so I definitely think for anyone who was, oh, people are just making up stories, it was a money grab, it was all these things, you're trying to take people down in the culture, all this crap. I think like it as somebody who loves her, it's hard to watch, and it makes me sad that it takes people having to see it this clearly for them to believe it. And for that perspective, I think that that now it's like, see, we're not being dramatic, no one's lying, like this is real.
Tiffany, when you mentioned the idea of that she was trying to take down the culture, I mean, I heard that stupidity. I remember when this news
it's so annoying.
The claim, I mean, annoying is one way to put it. It was just so unsettling as a woman, as a human being, as to hear people, describe, her as an opportunist, to try to, in some ways, re-victimize her and suggest that they knew what she was thinking, feeling, doing, her motivation, what the context was, all of it. As much as people talk about the presumption of innocence for somebody who might be a defendant, there is none given to somebody who might be a victim. There's never a presumption of truth in those. And she actually alleged more than a decade of abuse. She was only 19 years old when they first met. He, I think, was 37. And so often, and this idea of power dynamics, and people are blamed for not leaving. What do you say to those who seem to have that thought about your...
People forget that. People forget that Cassie was like 19 when she was with Diddy. And that guy was well over his 30s. Like, I'm sorry, who I was when I was 19 to get with somebody that's 38, 39, 40, that mentally is a gap. Now, numerically, of course, I'm considered an adult, right? But numerically, it's a number. But mentally and emotionally, I can't imagine her being emotionally mature to be in such a relationship with a man, but also then to be victimized and then put through the ringer with this man. Wow.
Friend who you love.
I mean, I think that most people think that they can understand what it's like to be abused by a billionaire, but they don't. I think that a lot of people think that they get it, that are not in the lifestyle of entertainment and the lifestyle of money and power. And you can clearly see in that video, she's trying to leave, and he didn't allow her to leave. Leaving is not that simple. And you would think that with as common as domestic violence is in America, you would think that because it's so common, because it's going on in so many people's households, that they would understand that breaking the cycle of abuse is not that simple, let alone your abuser being one of the most powerful people in the music business, someone who has massive influence in the culture, who has political ties, who has, a lot of resources. And, so for all of the people that are like, why didn't she leave? I say to them, why didn't you leave? Why don't you leave the abusive, whatever your crappy situation is, whoever your abuser is. Like, it's not that simple. If it was, everybody would leave, but that's not the case.
I mean,
so
people are very
think that
judgmental, Tiffany, and
Yep.
they think they know. One thing I tell you, I mean,
what they would do.
Yeah,
they think they know what they would do.
You're
And
right.
it's like, you don't know what you would do.
No.
You know, there's so many people that say,
That's crazy. I mean, I'm glad that we're getting, I guess, some level of understanding. So this did really happen, y'all. This really did happen. And it sounds like, at first I thought it was just a rumor, but then this lawsuit hits yesterday. So the woman that Diddy was dangling on this balcony was a designer at the time, and she was well aware. She was around this relationship when Cassie and Diddy were together. So her name is Brianna, claims that she also began to recognize disturbing signs of an abusive relationship between Ventura and Combs, who would allegedly blow up Ventura's phone if she didn't answer his calls, show up unannounced to Ventura's apartment, and bang on her door and accuse people of trying to fuck his woman. That is too much. That is too much. There were numerous alleged instances in which Brianna claimed that she saw Ventura covered in bruises or a black eye, which Ventura alleged were from Combs. Brianna claims that she was physically present during one explosive fight where Combs threw a large kitchen knife at Miss Ventura, who, acting in self-defense, threw it back at him. Eventually, Brianna says that Combs began directing his rage towards her. During a photo shoot for Cassie, Ventura allegedly cornered Brianna inches from her face and threatened her. "I'm the motherfucking devil," Combs told Brianna, according to the lawsuit. "You have no idea what I could do to you. I could kill you." Wow. Brianna said that she took the threat seriously, knowing firsthand that Mr. Combs was a violent man, referencing that she had seen what she had seen in the relationship with Ventura, and learning that Kid Cudi's car exploded after the singer had a brief fling with Ventura. Kid Cudi confirmed the allegation to the New York Times, saying, "This is all true." Brianna claims that she also heard rumors that the billionaire once skinned a rival dog. What? He skinned a dog? He skinned a rival dog. Oh my God, my head hurts just even thinking about this. That's what he said. She said that she heard rumors. She claimed that she heard a rumor that the billionaire once skinned a rival's dog. Listen. You blowing up cars. You hanging people from balconies. Buying hotels. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. That's what it says. Sadistic, right, Pika? Nefarious, definitely. That's crazy. That's like next level something else, y'all. Think of the movie Scarface. I don't know, y'all. That's just like, wow. Okay, here it is. Combs' alleged threats turned into reality on September 26, 2016. Brianna claims that she and her girlfriend were sleeping at Ventura's Los Angeles apartment. Brianna says she woke up in the early hours of the morning to Combs violently shouting and begging at Ventura's front door. Brianna says she instructed her girlfriend to hide in the bathroom, locked the door before Combs stormed into the apartment, advanced on Brianna, who then was on an apartment balcony. Oh my God. Combs allegedly grabbed Brianna and groped her breasts as she tried to fight him off and yelled at him to leave her alone. Combs then grabbed Brianna by her armpits and lifted her up on the banister of a 17-floor balcony while repeatedly yelling, "Do you know what the fuck you did? Do you know what the fuck you did?" The lawsuit claimed. She physically struggled to get back to the ground, Brianna claims that she stands under 5 feet tall and weighs less than 100 pounds. Combs easily overpowered her. He immediately lifted her to a higher and higher over the 17th floor balcony of Miss Ventura's apartment, with only Combs' grip keeping her from falling to her death, the lawsuit claims. So Cassie had been locked in her bedroom, ran out to the balcony and screamed. Okay, this is all happening during the day, all right? All of this is happening during the day. How the hell don't we have somebody watching, reporting? How did he get away with this? This is all happening during the day, right? That is insane. So Ventura, who had been locked in her bedroom, ran onto the balcony and screamed at Combs to stop. The lawsuit claims telling him that Brianna's girlfriend was also in the apartment and could overhear what was happening. Recognizing the threat of so many witnesses to his assault, Combs pulled Brianna back over the balcony, the lawsuit claims, but he did not release her. In a last fit of violence, he slammed her onto the balcony patio furniture, including the table. September 26th assault ultimately proved that Miss Brianna was correct to fear Mr. Combs and has resulted in a deep, lasting harm. Ventura also referenced an alleged balcony incident in her since settled sexual abuse and sex trafficking lawsuit against Combs. He, of course, denies any wrongdoing. Oh, okay, let me go. Hold up. Let's pull up Cassie's lawsuit. You're kidding. Let's find this. Balcony. Oh my God, it's right there. It's in the lawsuit. And it's on page 19, 102. After his freak off, Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura went back to the hotel that Miss Ventura was staying in, where some of Miss Ventura's friends were already hanging out. Mr. Combs was severely intoxicated and at one point during the night picked up one of Miss Ventura's friends like a child and dangled the friend over the balcony of 17 floors of the 17th floor hotel suite. Oh my God, it's right there. So this was at night. It wasn't at an apartment. It was at a hotel right there. There you go. So Cassie mentioned this in the lawsuit. A complete psycho. Wale, yeah, haven't I heard too. So it's in Cassie's lawsuit for those that are kind of curious to know. Yeah, page 19. It was after a freak off. Okay. Jules, but if it happened in a hotel and you pay for that security footage, they don't say which hotel it is, right? This is crazy, y'all. I just cannot. Right, Smooth Steve. You ain't never lie. Completely. So this was, it says, Miss Ventura and friends were scared by Mr. Combs' erratic behavior, but Miss Ventura was heavily sedated because of the drugs she took to participate in the FO and therefore unable to respond to Mr. Combs' terrifying behavior. So I guess there was like a freak off situation. That's just crazy. It's in the lawsuit. Oh my gosh, that's just so Miss Brianna is now part of the of a group of 30 people who have filed lawsuits against Mr. Combs, all who claim Combs assaulted them in some form dating back to the 90s and recently as of 2022. So the claims come from former Danity Kane. We talked about Don Richard. I'm not going to reread that. But we know Combs is being held at the detention center. This man is too dangerous. He can't be out. Hey, Tinkle. Hey, Loves. Also, shout out to Derek. Derek. Who's Derek? Let me know, Tinkle. Yo, this is too much. Like, I didn't even. So now we know that this part is in Cassie's lawsuit. So the friend was a designer, dangles her from 17 floors. This is too much. I don't know. And then nobody calls police. Nobody calls police. Yes, you're right. Shout out to UVTV lurking, but he makes her sleep with other men and then terrorizes her, accusing her of sleep with other men. Dude, he is something's wrong with him. Yeah, there's still more, right? Like, so you have Busby, and now you have 30 here. I think, let me tell you something. I think we're at like 200 at this point. A little over 200 lawsuits. Where is, no, we have more lawsuits, y'all. We got to do this.
Another one.
They keep coming.
Another one.
We just keep waiting to hear about all these lawsuits. It's too much. It's too much. Hey, West Coast. Which hotel was it? He's acting like a fucking mob boss. Thank you, Belen. Like complete mob boss behavior. Nobody could stop him. Nobody. You don't think we've seen the worst of it yet? You know what? Sister, so I think you're right. Hey, DJ, I think you're right. I don't think we're done seeing the worst. I think there's gonna be a good 200 plus at this point. Good 200 plus. We'll see what happens with this, you guys. Well, we'll be following, of course, reporting as per usual, as how we do over here. Okay. We got to talk about Liam Payne. Shout out to everybody. Hey, Angela. Hey, everybody. Right, Kim. It's out of control. Sweet potatoes, we're not even close. We're not. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Can you guys do me a favor and hit the like button, please? And thank you. Aloha says from Spain, Lula Miranda. Gotcha. Okay. So I was recording a video and I was on mute. I was recording this video. So I'm still going to record the video because I muted myself halfway and it was in the part where I needed to talk about what's going on. Did y'all know? This is so crazy. The biggest picture I think here is there is Rogelio Nores. He's going to court, right? See if I can make myself smaller. And he's taking donuts to the courthouse. Or not donuts, croissants. I'm not joking. Oh, Josie. Hold up. Stupid ads. Here we go. Look at him. He's at the courthouse taking these croissants. He's at the courthouse taking these croissants. A dozen of croissants to the courthouse staff to try to, I don't know, if I am going to the courthouse, what do I look like bringing donuts to the judge? Who the fuck does that? Who does that? So this article just dropped today. I was filming a video and then it, whatever, I was muted, okay? And you know what, sister? I'm gonna do that. I completely forgot. I have one. I just don't use it often. But I gotta get it going. I'm sorry. I need to. I thought I had one, but I guess I didn't. I don't know. Yeah, you bribe me. Yes, if I go to court, I'm gonna bring donuts to the judicial staff. Okay. It's weird. And he's smiling too. They got a picture of him doing this. Which, by the way, they didn't accept as croissants. Okay, they did say that in the article. But it says it right here. According to Norris, the woman was not even mentioned in the case. The croissants were politely rejected. All right. This article, I was talking to Julia, and there's some parts that are just very confusing because of the translation, right? But Rogelio Norris is trying to change the narrative as to what happened at the hotel. So I dropped a video yesterday with my poor vocal cords. Basically telling you guys that like TMC is really doing quite the job to change the narrative about what happened to Liam Payne, right? So this man is doing the same. Sources are saying one thing, and then what is shown on the file is something different. Rogelio Norris knew that if Liam Payne took Zoloft with alcohol, that this would be like a deadly combination. There's email communication that shows that. It's said in the article. They're also talking about what was found in Liam Payne's blood and urine. Okay. But one of the things that was very telling to me here is just the simple fact that he is shifting the blame so that the blame is solely on the hotel staff and employees. That's what he wants. He doesn't want to be charged for anything. Okay. But the case file shows something different. Mm-hmm. His picture is very smug. You said it wouldn't surprise me. He is convinced that he's untouchable, above the law. Now, let me tell you guys what's going on, okay? What he's trying to do by writing the narrative, right? So putting all these factors in, putting the blame somewhere else. The prosecutor, Andres Madre, is basically like, listen, you are the de facto manager, meaning you put yourself in that position. Liam's dad is handing information to ensure that Rogelio Norris is charged the way he needs to be charged. Right now, as it stands, there's an issue about jurisdiction. Okay. The prosecutors that charge Rogelio and Ezequiel and Brian, they are considered national prosecutors. National. The prosecutor and the judge are considered national prosecutors. What the courts ruled, they said, listen, you can't charge these individuals. This is out of your jurisdiction. This needs to be at the local level. Andres Madres tried to appeal it. And what happened? They said, no, this needs to be at the local level. So as it stands right now, as you and I are speaking, court sessions are still happening. But the investigation, as far as how far they can go, has halted. Not just for Rogelio, but for the other two individuals. I think time buys people the opportunity to buy people, to change the narrative. Rogelio Nores has ties with political figures in Argentina. Not the best political figures, right? Those political figures have had criminal shit behind their background too. Okay. But what's not disputed is what the case file says about Liam Payne. Now, I haven't looked at the case file. I wish it would be made public so that we understand a little bit more about what is happening. If they are not corrupt, they will charge him. Madre has a very strong case. I think so too. I think he has a very strong case, according to this article. Sister Soul, thank you for being a member for a month. Thank you for your support. Y'all, it means a lot to me that I don't have a voice and you guys are here. Thank you. You guys don't even know. Thank you. Yep. Roger was the one who took Liam Payne to the, it was a neuropsych in Argentina. He prescribed him new antidepressants. So they charged his medicine purposely. So he changed his medicine purposely, excuse me. It was a neuropsych. It was a female doctor. That's what I heard too. I hope that there's follow through with this. Rogelio Nores, as much as he doesn't want to say, I'm not the manager. I'm just his friend. Wasn't me. I'm just his friend. I'm not the... Yo no fui. No fue mi culpa. Solo somos amigos. Right? Yeah, right. Okay. My manly voice. I try. Sister Soul just gifted a membership. You guys, put a heart in the chat if you've been blessed. Thank you, love. Thank you. Sweet Potato, not only his life, but he was managing his finances. Now, there was something on the video that I said that I'm going to have to re-record. There was something in this article. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Hold up. Where he said, days. Okay. Let me show you guys something. And I pointed this out. It stood out to me. According to the indictment, Nores allegedly controlled Payne's spending, providing him with money to buy drugs, authorizing orders for whiskey, champagne, reported from the hotel front desk, with allowed days for drinking and drug use. Despite the neuropsychiatrist's strict instructions, Nores even became an intermediary in communication between Liam and the family. This stood out to me right here. Allowed days. This is the most, I think, key to this article when it says allowed days. How are you dictating when somebody's allowed to take drugs and alcohol while under prescription of an antidepressant? What does allowed days mean? Who monitored that? Who said that Liam Payne had allowed days? I've never even heard a person that prescribes, a psychiatrist say, okay, Rabbit, today, while you take this medication, you're allowed to drink every other day. So that narrative threw me off. What the fuck is allowed days? If you guys have ever taken medication, let me know in the chat when they tell you allowed days, like you're not allowed to drink when you take this antibiotic. I'm thinking, right? You don't drink that day. But it was almost like they're putting it out there as a like consistent of like you're not allowed to drink or these are your allowed days to take. I was so confused by that narrative. That's what I thought. No drinking, period. I didn't think so. So, Jane, what does that mean? I've never heard anybody say allowed days. That's what stood out to me about this article in InfoBay. That's what stood out to me. I said, what the fuck does that, what does allowed days mean? No such thing. Because even a doctor wouldn't give you allowed days. They wouldn't say, today you're allowed to drink. No, they tell you, you cannot drink while you're taking this medication. That's it. They don't say, tomorrow you're allowed to take this because you're not drinking. It's crazy. It's weird. It says you're not allowed to drink if you're taking any psych meds. I've never heard of that either. So y'all see what I'm saying? Oh my God, thank God y'all are following me on here because I was recording and I was so tired and my throat was killing me. And I said, but I have to get this part out. And then my recording was on mute. So of course I'm sad about that. But that's okay. At least I got to say it here. What the fuck is allowed days? If you're an antidepressant and you're not supposed to mix it in, you don't have allowed days. There's no such thing. They will tell you you cannot drink while under this drug. They'll say that. They'll never say that today's your allowed day. That's weird. That's weird. You know? Julia, can you send it to me? I'll look into it in a different video. I remember this part though, Julia, honestly. Some don't sound right. Right, Angel? You see? Y'all are picking up what's being dropped. It don't make sense whatsoever. So, hey, just a tea, please. So honestly, Rogelio was part of that email communication, right? That's what it sounds like. So he knew. And that's what this article talks about, how Rogelio was well aware that there's no mixtures. Who decided that there would be allowed days? Because the doctor's not going to tell you that. No. But Rogelio would probably decide that. That's weird. It's weird. It's weird. That's a good point. Allowing him days. Okay, so if that is the case, though, that would still be against the doctor's orders, right? Because the doctor's not going to say, here, take this Zoloft or Citrulline, whatever. Take it. But you take it on Monday and then you don't take it Tuesday. Because if you take it Tuesday, you're going to be high. You can't mix those. They don't make sense. Somebody made that decision for Liam, right? It's weird how this is being written. Who decided his allowed days? Straight from the article. Don't make sense. Think about it. Let me see. Thank you, Kraken. That's my point. The doctor would be liable because, I mean, the doctor would be charged, wouldn't they? The doctor would be charged if the doctor said to me, look, if the doctor said to me, all right, Rabbit, you take this antidepressant on Monday, but don't take it Tuesdays because you're planning to drink and you're planning to, I don't know, get high. Okay. They wouldn't put that on writing. The assumption is that you're not doing anything and you're just taking the antidepressant, right? The doctor would also be charged if that's the case. The doctor doesn't want to get charged. Oh, no. They're going to show you, and that's what the doctor did here. The doctor gave the information to Liam Payne's dad. Liam Payne's dad gave the information to the prosecutor's office, right? So the doctor's not going to want to be involved in this. They don't want to lose their license. Interesting how all of this works. It is confirmed that the doctor actually said this, or is it just Roger's narrative? No. The doctor gave the information is working with the prosecutors and Liam Payne's dad. So the doctor would never say, hey, this is your allowed day. Where did this allowed part come? Where did it come? Where did it come? Liam Payne's dad gave the information to the prosecutors so that the prosecutors could charge Rogelio, who was well aware what Liam Payne was going through with this medication. Would not do that or give that drug knowing Liam was an ex-addict. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Because that's what it is. It's a lot. Australian doctors will tell you not to take meds if they are. Most Australians drink a lot to get through Christmas and heat with alcohol and toxic families. It's harming. Gotcha. That's what they say, Mandy. Yeah, whose decision was it? Well, that's a good question. If I'm impaired and I'm doing drugs, okay, and I ask my friend, hey, give me 6 grams or 7 grams, okay, and my friend gives me the drugs, those 6 grams or 7 grams kill me, your friend would still be charged, right? He didn't have to give you the drugs. You facilitated the drugs. Then you abandoned him, right? So even though I was using drugs and I chose, I was still impaired while the drug was being given to me. Liam could have chosen all he wanted, but he was still impaired, right? When you're being put under surgery, you got to sign a bunch of forms before you get put under. You can't sign the forms while you're impaired. You have to, agree to do X, Y, and Z. Rogelio Nores made the decisions here. He got him the drugs based on the text messages. He was his friend and his supplier. He had a choice. He didn't have to. He could have said, I'm taking you to the doctor. He could have said, I'm taking you to rehab. He could have said a bunch of different things. He didn't. He had a choice here. He had a choice. Let me see. Nobody. You're right. You're right. Nobody had his best interests at heart. Yep, you're right. Exactly, Finji. Say it. Say it. And honestly, I was thinking about this. I said, okay, so let's say that he was trying to better his career, like he was going to make it, right? Who would have benefited? Of course, Liam from, his career. But so would have Rogelio, right? Because he was there with them the whole time. It's just weird how all of this played out. But we're going to keep digging into it. That's right, Morris. That's right, Morris. Rogelio had a choice. Liam was impaired. He chose to turn his back on him and leave him. Thank you. Right? That's my thought. You guys, I'm gonna let you guys go because I gotta go rest my vocal cords. I'm gonna try to do a quick video on just this article and my thoughts are on that. But I wanted to give you guys an idea of what I'm gonna put on that video. Just right now, but my voice, I gotta rest it, guys, because I don't want to be completely mute. I probably won't go live tomorrow because I'm tired. But yeah, I will see you guys. Okay, do me a favor, hit the like button, please and thank you. Share the video, and I mean, let me know what you guys are thinking. What's a good point? Might be related to his performances when they are rather than related to his meds. The forbidden days might be when he had shows. The problem with that is that now that's not how the article is written. So I wouldn't necessarily say that the allowed days are for when he's performing. Did he perform in Argentina? So why would he have allowed days in Argentina? Do you see what I'm saying? My understanding is Liam didn't perform anything in Argentina. So why would he have allowed days in Argentina? It doesn't make sense. And who decides that? Because these are meds. The doctor wouldn't have said, hey, today is your allowed days. Doesn't make sense. Not at all. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. I gotta go. Bye. 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 Thank you, guys. Bye.